Hi guys. So I've had a busy day today. I've only been home an hour. I've been out all day, not walking around because obviously I can't do that sort of thing, but um, just seeing friends and people close to me, and it reminded me that we put things off, particularly with friends. With it, I must go and see John, or I must go and see Mary. How many people are called Mary these days? Never mind. So you're constantly thinking about, I must see them, and you've just finished work and you're tired and you think, oh, I'll see them at the weekend. Then at the weekend something happens and you don't go. Before you know it, the years have crept by, and the very good friends that I saw today, I made an effort to go and see them, because I found out very recently that a member of the family had died. And it was a shock. And it was a shock to think that somebody who, when you last saw them, was physically strong and healthy and, you know, getting on with the life and lots filling the life and a member of committees and doing all this stuff and a real member of the community, and now he's gone. He's not there anymore. And it's, I'm lost for words because it's emotional, but there may never be tomorrow for some people. And I was talking to this about with a client as well a few weeks ago about wanting to do a Ben Nevis climb and do the 3 Peak challenges here in the UK. And at the time I got offered to do it about 10 years ago, but as I've said previously, my wife and I went through IVF, and the IVF hospital appointment or something came up at the time that my colleagues went to do this 3 Peaks challenge, and I thought, oh, never mind, there'll always be next year. Well, next year never came, and then a few years later I broke my back, and now I won't be able, I'll never be fit enough to do the 3 Peaks challenge again. So, you know, we have to take these chances when they come. We have to take the chances because they might not come again. Now, as a person who nearly died in 2012, these things hit home to me probably a little bit tougher than it does when you're younger. Because when you're younger, you think you're going to live forever, and there's loads of time. You know, when you're 20, you've got 60 years to do things. It's never going to happen. You're always going to be fit and strong. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen, and the years creep by, and suddenly, you know, people are no longer around that you expected to be around. And friends that you expect, you know, you've got a really close bond with them, and you think, oh yeah, well, I'll see them at Christmas, or I'll see them at their birthday, or this, that and the other, and suddenly they get married and they have children and they're working, and our own lives get in the way of so much of reaching out to our friends and our loved ones. And we, in a way, we need to take time. And Facebook is great for this, isn't it? You know, it's great for reaching out and saying, hi, I'm here, you know, if you really need me, I'll come round, absolutely. You know, I'd do that for practically anyone. But then there's opportunities. So whilst we need to find the time to see our family and friends and close to us, we also need to take the time to take opportunities that come our way. And obviously we have to put it into perspective that we're going through at the time. And obviously my life 10 years ago, when the Three Peaks opportunity came and what I was going through, that took priority. And I'm not saying I regret going with my wife to the hospital. I don't. You know, I would choose that every time, all the time. But you think that there's going to be a next time, and sometimes there isn't a next time. And after I did my master's degree, I was going to do my PhD, and I was contacted by, after going to a conference, I was asked by a senior lecturer at the University of Cambridge to put my proposal forward for doing my PhD with them. And I thought, well, I'll take a year's gap. You know, I've really studied hard for 2 years, got my MA, and I'll come back to that in the future, next year or something like that. Well, next year I broke my back. I now can't deal with stress, because when I deal with stress, your muscles get tight. When your muscles get tight, it squeezes on my spine. When it squeezes on my spine, I'm in pain. So that level of stress is gone. So again, it was, had I have started it, I wouldn't have been able to finish it. So it's better in this instant not to have started. But there are still opportunities that come our way every day that we turn down because we're feeling tired or we're a bit too busy, and we have to juggle our responsibilities. Now, I'm lucky to be in a position where this juggling act, I'm pretty flexible, so it's okay for me. But if you're doing an 8-hour shift and then having to do the other stuff that you want to do, it gets in the way. But my thoughts for today are just to not forget your friends and family, and don't always think that there will be a tomorrow, because the people that you want to see might not be there tomorrow, and as in my case, you may not be there tomorrow, or some major disaster may happen that makes things a little bit more difficult. So I'm not trying to be morbid or anything like that. I'm just saying, take opportunities. Look at the opportunity. Is it, I heard a saying the other day, let me think about this now. Don't just ask, is it safe? Is it a safe thing to do? Because maybe that's a bit cowardly. Is it a popular thing to do? Because that's what politicians do. They only do things that are popular, and even then they get it wrong. Ask, is it the right thing to do? Is it what you should do? And if the answer is it the right thing you should do, then take that opportunity, because that is where growth comes. So on that, that's roughly my 10 minutes that I do every day. I'm tired and worn out and my back's a little bit aching, so I'm going to switch off for now, and I've got a whole load of messages to catch up with, but if I haven't spoken to you today, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. But for now, good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.